Hello and welcome to Remote Revolution workshop on public relations in your business, presented by AMSE. My name is Chandra Gore. I am the principal consultant and publicist for Chandra Gore Consulting. I have a boutique public relations and business development firm based out of Stafford, Virginia. But today we are here to do a brief workshop on public relations and how it can impact your business. Let's define public relations so that we get a great understanding of what it is and what it can do for your business. Public relations is defined as the professional maintenance of a favorable public image by a company or the organization or a famous person or a public figure. It is the state of a relationship between the public and the company and other organizations. So this is how you're viewed by your customers, your community, and your colleagues. So this is how they are able to relate and to receive your communications. Public relations is important to your business because, one, you can tailor your communications, your information that's disseminated to your community or your audience or your customers. You could also define and determine your message that is sent out via social media and other communication avenues if you do text marketing, video marketing, or anything like that. It also ensures that your communication reflects your mission. So you're always constantly looking at your strategic communication to make sure that it aligns with your views and what you would like to say. Also, public relations can benefit your business by creating a plan of communication that will bring awareness to your causes, new launches, and other business milestones. And the one other thing that we don't like to talk about is managing potential negative press or reviews. So performing public relations within your business is all of those things. And especially when you consult with a publicist, they can help you to define and hone in on your message and what you would like to convey. But you can also PR yourself by making sure your digital communications align with what you would like to say and is consistent with different milestones that are important to your business and what you would like your community to see from you or your brand. But let's get into the nitty-gritty. Let's talk about press releases and what they can do for your brand or your business. So press releases are an official statement that are delivered to the members of the news or media for the purpose of providing information. It's like an official statement or an announcement that you would like to disseminate to your audience or your region or outside of your region. Public press releases are traditionally they're composed of 9 elements, including a headline, introduction, body, and other information, and your contacts, your media contacts, who will be taking calls, who will be dealing with the emails, who will be responding to the media requesting interviews or clarification of your press release. The press releases, they can benefit you by, one, ensuring that you have a digital marker for a milestone or an announcement of a great event for your company. And it can, if when written correctly, can boost your SEO and also get your Google rankings where it needs to be. So one, let's think about how we create a press release, what we do to gather the information for your press release and what you would like it to have in it. Because you want your goal of the press release is to make sure that it has all of the information. So questions will be more, any questions would just be to clarify if you would like to be booked for something, or they can expand and expound and have you expand on what you're talking about or what you want to do. And so also it will actually help drive traffic to the social media or your website. So the biggest things that we need to understand for the tips for writing a great press release, because even if you don't consult with a publicist and you would prefer to write a press release to release on your blog or your announcement section on your website. These are some tips that'll help you to write a compelling release, so that, or a media alert, so that you are able to get the hits and drive the traffic where you need it to go, and also to expand on the information that you would like to share. First of all, do not go so deep into the information. This is not a it's not a dissertation. It's not something that needs to go to be so dry and clear cut. So you want to actually make sure you have a lead headline that will draw someone in to read your press release, and want to share your press release with their audience, because your key is to make sure that it appeals to the masses and it will move the meter. So what you should make sure that you do is review what key points that you want to convey. So the biggest thing is you have a quote from a significant member of your company or yourself, or about the event. You can also make sure that you list either key points on the 3 things or 4 things that you want to make sure the media understands and would like to know: your who, your why, your what, your when, your where. So those are the things you definitely want to do. And if there's a current trend that's going on and it's timely in what you're doing, it is okay to link that to that, because if what you're doing was prompted by a current news trend, or a news something that's in the news that will impact, connect it to that so that people can associate it with that. So you will definitely have to put a little bit of writing, but write from a standpoint that you would want to see and that you will want to hear, and so that it's not so deep, okay? But keep in mind that a press release is not a guaranteed marketing tool. So don't set your expectations so high that you will get all of this media placement from this one press release. There still has to be some work that needs to be done with just releasing the press release. But you would want to make sure you write it so that you have a short and concise overview of what you want, the message that you want to convey, and also what you would like to have. You want to drive ticket sales. You want people to show up to an open house or attend a virtual event. So that's what you need to put in the body of your press release. And make sure your contacts are valid, your websites are live, and your social media is up to date, because you want to link those, because now in the virtual climate we're in, press releases are essentially a digital timestamp on what you're doing and where you can go, and also how to disseminate what you have going on so that you can get the impact that you would like. It is more than a blog post, but you can use that as a blog post so that you can get the traction that you need. But also, when you're putting together the press release, you want to make sure that you do a tagline, and also you share it as much as you can. And you tweet, you Instagram it, you put it, and you tag your local news outlets. If you do not have a publicist and you're doing it yourself, these are the tips that can help you to gain the visibility, because if you have something that's timely and newsworthy, connect it with something that's going on, and make sure that your local media outlets are aware of you, and make sure that you're connected to them and following them on social media, because that's a good way for you to PR yourself, and essentially. So make sure that you are able to have everything up to date. Make sure that there are no grammatical errors. Make sure that it's straight to the point and concise in information. Do not bog it down with the deep down details. Keep it short and sweet, so that when they're reading it at a snap, at a quick moment, they understand the gist and they understand exactly what you would like. But make sure it's timely. Make sure it's if you say immediate release, but you are trying to drive ticket sales, write a follow-up press release. Once you announce that ticket sales are available or the event is coming up, save the date. Those are timed press releases that you can actually do to build up to a main event that you would like to send another press release about, so that bloggers and social media influencers will pick up your story and they will follow you and promote you as, your function, your event, or your company with the new products. So I'm hoping that in this workshop you understand that when you're writing your press release, you always, one, make sure it's attention grabbing headline. Two, it's in a third person. And three, that you are short and sweet with your message and what you would like to convey. Four, make sure all of your contact information is correct and up to date. And five, make sure your social media is up to date and current, because people would like to see that you're active and that you're doing the work and you actually are working and communicating and reaching out and actually interacting with others. So hopefully this workshop will help you gain knowledge on how press releases can help your business, and also how the adding of public relations will increase your knowledge on strategic communications and how your community views you. Today we just focus mostly on what a press release can do for your business. If you need any guidance or anything else regarding public relations outside of press releases, need a strategic plan put in place that will help you, I'm available. So you can contact me via my website at chandragoreconsulting.com, or you can send an email and we'll work out a consultation and talk about how I can help you to understand how to implement different public relations strategies in your business. So thank you so much for attending this workshop today for Remote Revolution with AMSE. Thank you again, and I hope that it was helpful.